Hicks is so hot. John Cryer wouldn't cry if he walked into her dressing room at CBS by mistake with Chuck Lorre wearing his finest platform shoes from the '70s show for her dream cameo in The Big Bang Theory as a MAGA bot sex doll come to life. Can I get a holla for some John Cryer dumpage? Holla! True story. I'm working at the Paradigm Talent Agency. They had a strong literary arm as well. I'm working my first industry party as a bartender, and I drink on the job like a moron. And John Cryer appears, but this is at least like 7-8 years past Pretty in Pink, so he was in Washout and Hot Shots, limited role. I don't know how much of a residual check he was getting from that one, although it was an HBO staple back in the day. And then eventually I approached him, and I was basically the guy, where I said, yeah, you're the guy. Ducky, I think. Of course, I'm the loser asshole, because in the end, 10 years later, I see billboards on Fairfax off of Beverly of John Cryer being in Two and a Half Men. But I'm still not jealous. He exuded 0.0 star power on stage, and he's a Trump resistor, so as far as I'm concerned, he possesses less intellectual faculties capable for critical thought than Robert De Niro. So that's that. Jonah Goldberg, he writes for NPR, not NPR, the National Review, another Trump resistor, zero talent douchebag. So Jonah Goldberg, so once insult king praise from Scott Adams. Not that I give a shit about Scott Adams' zero laugh out loud generating prose or ugly cartoons, but to insinuate Trump is anything less than a master insult slayer is jealous dumb. I was at the post office yesterday. Mailman Anthony says, why do you think Sarah Sanders left? And I said, I think she just needed to unplug from Twitter, de-weed her garden, and troll Michelle Wolf with Dirty Sanchez emojis on Cinco de Mayo for shits and giggles. Can I get a holla for some primo dumpage on Michelle Wolf? Woof woof, holla! Man, again, why do you think Sanders left, really? She knew Ivanka would fight for paid maternity leave on her behalf. Why do I think Sanders left the White House? Better grit selection down south, despite the gentrification of brunch spots in our nation's capital. Why do I think Sarah Sanders left the White House? She wanted to give her own children the Baroness treatment. Why do I think Sarah Sanders left the White House? Laura Ingraham claiming Dennis Hopper's performance was overrated in Hoosiers, insisting he stick to dropping acid rubbed it the wrong way? Why do I think Sarah Sanders left the White House? She got tired of taking off her heels every time Don Jr. entered the room. Can I get a holla for Primo Shrimpage dump on Don Jr.? He's a big boy, he can take it. Holla! Why do I think Sarah Sanders left the White House? 3 kids at once are harder to please than 2 women in a 3-way when you suck at multitasking. Why do I think Sarah Sanders left? Shelter from hate stares at Soul Cycle on K Street. Why do I think Sarah Sanders left? Kellyanne Conway is worse off. Plus, I don't see her rushing home to get smushed by George in the sack either. Can I get a holla for some big boy blimpy dumpage? Holla! Why do I think Sarah Sanders left the White House? To tip off ICE agents to Michelle Wolf's house in the Hollywood Hills next time she's in the mood for a Dirty Sanchez. Can I get another holla for a reimagining callback in relation to Michelle Wolf, woof, 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 holla! Why do I think Sarah Sanders left the White House? Can you blame her for wanting to take the summer off in Arkansas with her kids? Only fried shrimps, summer in the Hamptons. I be Southern, accent streaming too. Great song by Tom Petty, by the way. Southern Accents. I'd look it up. People forget he was in the Traveling Wilburys. I mean, if you're really going to rank, like, great songwriters in the Traveling Wilburys, I mean, is Tom Petty... I mean, you got Dylan, so some say it'd be blasphemous to rank Tom Petty higher, but he had more hits, so I'm doing it. Bye-bye, baby boomer. Tom Petty, number one. I don't remember Dylan ever doing any cool, awesome collaborations with Stevie Nicks, despite the fact that Stevie Nicks these days, I mean, you can't criticize Stevie Nicks these days for looking like a, gypsy humpback in shawls. Can't hold that against her. Although, what I can't hold against her is the fact that she's actually meeting with, like, Hillary, Hammer Time Cankles, backstage at MSG. I got to read this in the New York Post. Like, what exactly is Stevie Nicks uttering to Hillary backstage? Exactly. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Can I get a holla for a primo Gen X old school? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Holla! So this is me talking to my brother about getting married in August. Well, but before I get to that, I actually came up with this idea when I was wheeling on my bag downstairs. This is my speech opener for my brother's August wedding. God has given my brother more second shots than George Steinbrenner offered Steve Howe. Can I get a holler for Millennial Musketeers? I give two shits about. Understand that reference? Holla! But yeah, back to me talking to my brother out of getting married. Not that my mom would ever suggest such a thing, but this is my brother's second engagement in 3 years, so obviously, there's always going to be some concern as far as this being the one when you're going to be 40 and you've taken your sweet ass time to decide to make the plunge at this stage in your life. So yeah, okay, so here we go. So this is me talking my brother out of getting married. Mom thinks I've had it easy because I married Natalia at 32 and been an on again, off again she-male housewife since. But Mom pushed marriage on me to conceal my fruitier side. You already dumped a fiance 1 week before your wedding. So following through with marrying your second fiance in 3 years won't uproot your bad karma contamination, rotting your soul to its core. Plus, you're a pagan, hedonist worshiper like Bill Maher. So you don't believe in the holy union of marriage. When you worship your nose candy whims more than blowing your last shot at earning bad karma reversal points in your favor. Also, bro, one kid only means your fiance is for walls after all. Sorry. She's a fake news, open borders globalist. Just want to make sure you know what you're marrying into. But I'm glad you think that all Trump supporters aren't racist morons and not the real white supremacists like yourself. And what I mean by that is I believe people that are going to say, oh, Trump supporters are racist, like you're actually the real white supremacist because A, you have no black friends, and B, you've never been anxious to impress anyone at the Apollo or get a call back for Paul Mooney and try to impress Richard Pryor's best friends. And you have no soul man credentials, and you basically still support a party that's become the rape enablement jihadist hijack party. So it's a terrorist party. It's the rapist party. It's the no balls castration male party. It fucking sucks. So I don't want you in my life. Like I'm always from Australia and doesn't really give a shit. Here we go. And she listens to Logic. So, yeah. Anyway, bro. I digress. So let me get back to talking to my brother out of marriage. Don't act like you can't find another girl your age with HPV in New York City before vaccinations went viral. Don't be a victim of cyberbullying like Kevin Durant. I get it. All you see on Facebook is friends, baby pics, married baby boomer selfies, and Trump is racist memes because he takes Dennis Rodman's calls. Can I get a holla for A+ wormy reference? Holla! Also, bro, what annoys you now will only get worse. And then you stop smoking weed, because you don't hear your wife bust your balls about it anymore, and your tolerance for being called edgy because your wife does nothing spectacular to honor your book release becomes dramatically less. Mom thinks, bro, that you're getting married because you don't want to be alone. I thought it was because of your incessant need for special attention based on your driving selfie pics on Facebook alone. And how will you explain your wife's anxiety disorder to your daughter? Mommy is like Kevin Love, but never got to pick a stronger supporting cast to play with. Getting married at 39, bro, gives me the sense if you waited this long, your heart wasn't to marriage in the first place. Like talks of you only having one kid, which sounds twice as ridiculous. And if being a slut in a straitjacket doesn't sound like the end of the world for you, and also, like, do you want the extent of your sex life to be jerk-off time after forcing your wife to bed early like dad? Granted, dad never graduated past topless tutors on Showtime After Dark, but still. Actually, my world will still revolve around my wife and 3 kids, regardless if you get married or not. So, what difference does it make? This is the Do It All Dad Here podcast. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids with comedy can make our kids great again. Controlling My Kids with Comedy, a love story, now available on Amazon. Will be available on Barnes & Noble and Apple soon. I'm working on it. Do It All Dad Does Jokes, coming out Independence Day, our nation's birthday, celebrating our independence from the stuffy, arrogant British. We've got the worst accents in the world. You always feel like they're inserting their tongue. You always feel like they're giving you a French tongue kiss without your permission. Whenever you hear those accents, that's what I feel. I know I'm not alone. Sarah Sanders went to a high school in Arkansas. Guess what? My editor, that's proofreading, Do It All Dad Does Jokes, went to the same high school. It's a sign from God. Can I get an amen? I said amen. I'll keep on punching. Talk to you guys soon.